Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. So guys, till last video we have seen what are lifecycle methods in React.js, and till last video we have completed our discussion for lifecycle methods. Now from this video we are going to learn what are hooks in React.js. So let's first of all understand what are the topics that we are going to cover in this video. First of all, we will see what are hooks in React.js. Then we will see how to use hooks and how many hooks are there in React.js. Then we will see the example of a React hook, that is use state, and finally we will see the interview question based on this. So let's start. First of all, what are hooks in React.js? So hooks in React.js are the functions that allow you to use class component features in functional component. So we have seen some class component features like lifecycle methods, state, etc. So if we have to make use of them in the functional component, we have an easier way that is called as hooks. Okay, so with the use of that, we can use those features in functional components. Now, hooks were introduced in React 16.8 version to address the complexity and redundancy associated with class component, making it easier to write and maintain React code. Basically, all these features that we are going to use in functional component using the hooks are present in some or the other way in class components. But while implementing lifecycle methods, we have already seen how complex the process gets, and we have to call the states using this dot operator, and it becomes very confusing. But hooks provides a very easier way to do the same thing in functional component. Now let's see an example hook, so that is our use state. So we have already seen this use state function, use state hook in the initial videos, but in this video, for completeness sake and to give you an idea how to use an hooks, we will see once again. So first of all, I'm going to create a functional component using our snippet RAFCE. Then we will create a use state hook. So in order to create a use state hook, we have to call it first. So we can use it like this. So when I'm writing use, you can see all these different hooks it is showing. So these all are the different hooks that we have in React. Okay. So these many like use state, use ref, use reducer, use effect. So in the upcoming videos, we will see one by one hooks that are there in React.js. So first of all, let us call a hook. Okay. So const. So we are declaring it. So for example, I've kept the name of it as data, then set data. And then here we will write use state and we will assign the initial value. So let me give the initial value as the humble. Okay. So I'll save this, and now what I want is so first let's display this on the screen. So what we can do is we can print it as a h2 and then directly write data. So once we'll go on our front end, we will see the value of the hook being printed. Now what we want is let's create a button to understand the working of the hook more. So we have created a button update, and I'm writing a on click event handler. As soon as I click on it, I want that this function should run. Okay, which means that the value of data should be set or updated, which means like I can do it like this: set data and then the updated value whatever I want. Once I click on the button, it should say coder. Okay, so initially it would say the humble, and as soon as I click on update button, it should say coder. So this is what set state is doing. Is set state is setting the state of this data variable that we have. So in this way, if we have to set the data, we can do it in a much easier way. Whereas the same thing, if we have to do it in class component, it was very complicated. So this is the main use of hooks, and hooks makes these things very easy in function based component. Now let us see, we have seen how to use hooks and how many of them are there. We have seen example of a React hook use state. Now let us see a interview question based on this. So the interview question for today is, what problem do React hooks solve in functional components, and why are they considered a significant addition to the React ecosystem? So what is the advantage of basically using React hooks? We are seeing that React hooks address the challenge of managing stateful logic and side effects in functional components. Before the introduction of hooks, developers primarily used class components to leverage React state and lifecycle features. However, class components come with some drawbacks such as complex syntax. As I said, complex syntax is one of the major problems in class-based components. Then verbose code and difficult in code reuse. React hooks provides a way to use state and other React features in function components without needing to convert them into class components. They offer a more straightforward and concise syntax, making it easier to manage component state, perform side effects, and share logic between the components. So with this, we got to know what is the importance of React hooks and how are they useful in functional components. So that's all for today's video. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section and I will see you in next video.